Hey, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous Beyond Chapter 4, the beta. Let's take a look at this Krait Phantom. We've been teased in previous videos of Krait Phantoms blowing up asteroids and we thought, ooh, and we saw them fly through nebulas with other objects, but now it's been revealed and there it is. So the Mark II has the firepower advantage over the Phantom because the Phantom loses a large hardpoint. Okay, and the fighter bay, there's no fighter bay, so for combat purposes you may want to look and save your pennies for the Mark II. Seems to be the better choice. So where's this? Where does the Phantom place itself? Well, it's cheaper, right? It's 37 million credits, give or take a few credits, as opposed to 42 million credits. Even though that's an awful lot of million credits, why don't you just save your money and get something else? You know, get a Mark II. Why would you want to tease yourself for a lesser ship? I don't see what it's all about, really. Anyway, I mean, the Krait Phantom's top speed is 256 meters per second with a boost speed of 358. That pales into insignificance, I would say, in compared to the Mamba, which had it reported at 316 meters per second and a boost speed of 387. But I could be wrong. I mean, the one in the video seemed to be engineered a hell of a lot quicker. The Phantom has the same number of internals as the Mark II, but is a smaller ship, and therefore has smaller internals. Everything indeed is smaller. Compared to that Mark II, it loses one Class 6 and one Class 5 slot, but then gains a Class 4 and a Class 2 slot. Swings and roundabouts there. Class 3 shield generator. We've mentioned the cargo, you know. For traders, there are cheaper options. Look at that Federal dropship. It can also carry the same amount of cargo of 144 tons. And that's half the price of what you're going to spend on one of these things. So, yeah, I mean, the Mamba, I get it. I see it. It looks fast. It's, you know, a cousin of the further lands. This, smaller ship. No fighter bay. Can't carry as much cargo. Smaller internals. Why would you bother? Anyway, carrying on. We do think, really, though, given it's smaller and the weight, it's 280 tons of mass. Now, the Mark II is 320 tons. It should get slightly better jump range. So, you know, some Krait Mark IIs have been engineered up to 57 light years, which is nowhere near what the Anacondas and the Asp Explorers are knocking on. I mean, look at these Jumpacondas that are out there. And, you know, the bigger ship, right, is a heavier ship. So lighter, could jump a bit if you can't afford an Asp Explorer, and how couldn't you? Or even an Anaconda. That's a bit more pricier, I suppose, but if you want to go jumping around, it's the Anaconda that you want. But let's think about it, right? We kind of all wanted that big honking Battlestar Galactica type ship that I mentioned in my Mamba video. You want to rock up, massive ship, launch all your mates out, and crack on. Now we may see this later on, you know, fleet carriers. You know, you may see this in the paid content of next year, but who knows? But it seems to be an awful lot of mid-range ships knocking around here. I think other people have said that as well. I concur with what they're saying. Let's think about the fuel tank size, right? So fuel tank size, it's only 16 tons. Well, that's not going to get you very far, is it? So you're going to have to use up some of your other slots to put an additional fuel tank in there. Make sure you've got that fuel scoop fitted because you're going to be doing some scooping, right, at the stars. Now, the Mark II has got a 32-ton fuel tank. Well, there you go. It can carry vital exploration tools, it says. The fuel scoop, well, I hope so, with a 16-ton fuel tank. You've got other units. SRVs, apparently it can carry those. Detailed surface scanners. Well, yes, it can carry those. FSD boosters. Yes. Yes, it can. Right? And then it says, well, even a fighter bay. Well, if you wanted all that, right, why didn't you just buy a Mark II? Anyway, there you go. It all depends how people go and engineer this thing up, how people start getting, constructive with the engineers, right? And creative with the engineers, and see how fast they can get things done with different permutations of the slots that they put in there. Is it going to be Class D items all the way through just to make it, a viable ship? In which case then, what is the point? I just don't know what the point is. Which is a shame, because I thought, ooh, the back of that ship does look better than the original. I like that sort of, linear, horizontal thruster method of this ship, as opposed to the other one. But anyway, there you go. Like we say, so, yes, it's cheaper, but which one would you buy? Would you keep the Mark II, regardless of that funky engine configuration on the back? Or would you rush out with your credits in hand and get on with a Krait Phantom? I think, personally, this is the wrong way round. I think the Mark II should have been this ship. And then the Krait Phantom have been the upgraded ship. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Am I talking utter rubbish again? Let me know, but keep it civil, right? Keep it civil, keep it civil. Okay, so let's look at the stats then. So, yes, very good. We've got 2 medium hardpoints, 2 large hardpoints, and 4 utility mounts. Again, lightweight alloys. You've got a Class 6 reactor bay. The alloys, incidentally, the maximum class you can have that is 8. Thrusters, yes, Class 6. Frameshift drive, Class 5. Environmental control / life support, that is Class 5. Power couplings and power distributors, Class 6. Sensor suite, Class 4. Fuel store, yes, indeedy, it's a Class 4. Shield generator, Class 6. And internal compartments, yes, you have them, but not too many, given that 144 tons of cargo. So given the 2 ships so far, right, even though this looks good, and I like that engine configuration at the back, right, it's got to be the Mamba winning out so far. But I'm not sure if I'd fly the Mamba either. I'm enjoying flying around in the Krait Mark II. I think it's great. Once I can get myself and get some materials and get it all engineered up, it's going to be a hell of a lot better. Because it's bigger. It's bigger, it's nimble, it can see off an awful lot of ships. Again, the Krait Phantom, I think it's reversed. The Krait Phantom should have been the in-game Krait Mark II, and the Krait Mark II, right, should have been this size of ship. Right? The Phantom should have been bigger. It should have been stealthier. It should have a lower footprint. It should have some sort of anti-scanning technology. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you haven't already done so, click that like and subscribe button, look for that notification icon, and let me know what you think about this video. More videos inbound. Will I bring myself to go and do some mining? Who knows? Who knows? Hey, like and subscribe, and thanks for your support.